Perfect. Awesome. I don't have all my decks put out. Hopefully, okay, good. Non-copyright aesthetic. Oh, I did. Okay. So I'm just getting prepared here. We're going to do a collective reading in a moment. So, yeah. I'm actually very excited. Let's to do. Hey, welcome in. We're gonna get started in a few. I'm actually going to get a new Palo Santo. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. We're gonna get into a collective reading soon. Just prepping as this is going. Hold on. Let me know if y'all can hear me well, because I'm using this mic. Let me know if y'all can hear me. All right. Anybody coming in? Welcome in, welcome in. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. I'm just getting prepared, getting ready for this collective reading. Okay, so today we're in a Virgo moon going into a Libra moon. So with that being said, since we're getting into a Libra moon, even though our full moon is about to be Scorpio, I know this, but we're talking about the current energy right now. Since we're approaching a Libra moon, is all about balance, okay? Keeping structure in the midst of it all. Since we're coming from Virgo, we've been very analytical, been all in our heads, thinking of a master plan, right? So with this, I'll say happy, I don't know you. Let's see. Would love to talk about co-hosting in the future, but just not hopping on while I'm talking. But yeah, so all about keeping balance in the midst of everything, right? Virgo has to do with service. So this could be and pertains to your business, your career, things like that, which we are in Taurus season. So that would align. It's like, so I'm just cleansing right now. We're going to get into this collective reading. Let me know if you can hear me well. Okay. Let me know if you can hear me well. We're about to get started. Using some Palo Santo. I was working on doing like Palo Santo with herbs around it. So this is one of the prototypes. It didn't end up the way I wanted it to, but so I was like, well, all the ones that aren't going, I'm using, which works out for me very well. Ooh. I can feel it though. Definitely have to cleanse, cleanse, cleanse. We're going to get into it. I do want to start off with the Queen of the Moon Oracle. We're going to get into that. The Queen of the Moon Oracle. Let's see what comes up. As I said, we are coming off of a Virgo moon, going into a Libra moon currently as I'm filming this. Okay. The time right now is 12:34. 1, 2, 3, 4. Progressive movement. Taking it one step at a time. Taking it easy. Knowing that you're going to get it done regardless. Right? So we're going to tap in. Take a few deep breaths. Spirit, ancestors, guides, what messages, what guidance do you have for the collective? What do we need to know in this very moment? Please give me the stamina, the energy, the wisdom to deliver these messages without any interruptions, without any negative energy trying to come into this space. We're just going to flow, okay? Let's see what comes up, y'all. Waxing crescent, self-love. Self-love is coming up. So as we're talking about Libra and talking about being in balance and all of that, Libra is also ruled by Venus, which has to do with love and care, self-love, right? So, and at the base, I can't ignore that. Boundaries, waxing gibbous. So the self-love here, and we got the number is 6, and then we go from 12. So it's doubling. So you might need to double down on your boundaries, double down on what you're going to allow into your world, into your mental space. Okay. So this isn't just people, right? This is situations. This is your thoughts, right? This is being mindful because Libra is air energy. Okay. So you have to be aware and cautious of the thoughts that you're holding on to. Okay. Because it can make or break you because all we really have is the now, the present, right? And we're thinking about, the past. We can get depressed. If we think about the future too much, we can get anxiety. We can get overwhelmed. And not to say that that never happens, because it happens. It happens on a day-to-day basis, multiple times a day. We have, I don't know the exact number of thoughts, but we look a gajillion. We have a gajillion thoughts a day, especially if you're neurodivergent, right? And you have a gajillion thoughts a day. So how can you ground yourself? How can you come back to center? How can you create a protective shield around you daily? I feel like spirit right now is saying, yes, have the awareness, but also have the awareness to create this protective layer over you. Okay. Yes, these thoughts may come up, but they don't define you. They aren't you. Right. So especially if thoughts come back from the past, reoccurring things that you probably thought you moved on from, but it's creeping up because something needs to be healed. Something needs to be perceived to change a different perspective in your life. Okay. I love that. I want to get one more from this deck. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, guides. Whoa. Because, yeah, once you do that, blossoming, this isn't like the best light to show the cards, I know, but I look good in the lighting, so I'm going to honor it, keep it, but we got blossoming 33. Okay, you could be seeing 33. 333 is technically on the board because 12, 1 plus 2 is 3, so we got 333. This is about creation, which is blossoming, flower moon. Okay, blossoming. So if you have these boundaries to protect your mind to have that laser focus to continue to nurture what it is that you're creating, that you're manifesting at this time. This could be in regards to career. Again, going with the season that we're in, Taurus, and with that, when it comes to your career, I do have a pick a card reading that I did. What major shifts are happening in your career? I actually have to post it, so make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Mystic Storm 333. Okay. But when it comes to whatever you're manifesting, you have to protect your mind, protect what it is that you're growing in your life, what's blossoming in your life. So in order to do that, to protect that, your self-love, your self-worth, your self-value is going to protect you. That's your boundary. That's what, when you know your worth, you can protect what it is that you're growing so it can flourish. I love that. I really do. We're going to get into the tea leaf oracle. Look, we got sun at the base and then happiness from where I picked it up at. That's fifth house energy, which is Leo. Okay, it's all, which is about the self, right? What makes you happy? And then sometimes the stuff that makes you happy, or the things that are good for your well-being, don't necessarily make you happy. Self-love is also tough love. To have those boundaries with yourself, to say no, to not let certain people back in your life. Yes, to not overindulge in food, to know your limits, to know your moderations and things like that. Okay, so when it comes to yourself and your overall well-being, yes, it could look, great, but also it's tough love too. It really is. The tough love is going to get you to the happiness. The boundaries is going to get you to the happiness. All right. We're going to get some more from the tea leaf oracle. We got the owl. Good advice from a wise person. So like spirit is like, yes, listen up, hear, hear. But then also maybe you need to, bounce some ideas off of a trusted person, right? Not just anybody. Let's see here. So there could be a misunderstanding. We got a wall. So this could be, again, with the thoughts, with your mind, there could be something like a limited belief or something that you're blocking yourself from because of this misunderstanding, because of doubt, right? Because of programming. How have you been programmed? What have people been trying to get you to take on? What narrative, right? And a lot of times people try to put labels on you or put things on you because they know your greatness, they know your power, and they don't want you to know your power, right? So that creates blockages, walls in your mind, and puts those boundaries up, right? So sometimes boundaries, yes, we're talking about boundaries in a good sense as far as like protecting your peace and protecting your happiness, protecting yourself for your well-being, right? But with this misunderstanding, coupled with the boundaries, it's what boundaries are you putting on yourself that is actually a limiting belief? What are you saying? No, I can't do that. That's more so a limiting belief. Why can't you? Can you find a different way to do it? Can you find a different way to spin it? Okay. So know that if things are challenging in your life, especially as you are cultivating this new life, you're transforming and blossoming and flourishing into this new being, this new self, know that it's going to take some time. Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Slowly but surely getting ahead. One step at a time. I started this live or started the reading portion at, this is, yeah, this needs to be said. Okay. And then I started it at 12:34 my time. So progression, one step at a time. One step at a time. Don't get too ahead of yourself, right? What can you do right now? Self-love is just focusing on the now. Okay. Alex said, no world peace either. Go through life with our unhealed trauma. Okay, bye. Uh, I don't think you've been on the live long enough, hun, to even say something like that. But, you know, to each its own. Staff is next. Okay. You'll be taken care of in difficult times. Okay. So, in the midst of setting boundaries for yourself, doing things for your overall well-being that are self-love but can also be tough love, right? To seeking counsel, seeking guidance, right? We did have Owl with advice from a good friend. This could be a counselor, a therapist, a spiritual guide, you know, however you want to, wherever you're called to go, right? Doing these things they're going to protect you, and know that you will be taken care of in the midst of these challenges. Okay. Um, the goal is here to continue to focus on the big picture. What is your goal? You have to keep showing up for your goal, showing up for yourself day in, day out, each moment. Sometimes you're not going to feel like doing it. And sometimes you need to honor that. Okay. Because rest is important. But then it also comes a time where, okay, I've rested good long enough. I have to still incorporate this. How can I have this balance? Right. And people think that balance is just this state of zen and being, and everything is just always in flow. And that's not always the case. Sometimes we have that glimpse of that flow, and then we have to shuffle things around. Everything is constantly moving, changing, evolving, and you have to be adaptable. Okay. You have to be adaptable in the midst of it all. So that's why our mind, having a sound mind and having tools to ground ourselves and to shift the energy of our body helps, right? Having movement, using herbs and other essential oils to cleanse, right? Sprays, like I have this is a herbal spray that I have here called Protect Your Aura. Like I spray this when I can't use smoke places. This is on my shop too, msbotanica.com. But things to protect your energy, and the thing is you have to constantly be mindful of it. Okay? Having a protective shield is most important. You can think about it right now, like you can close your eyes or even have your eyes open because it's in your mind's eye, and focus on putting an energy shield or like a bubble. Like y'all can kind of see her there with the light. Have the energy shield, have that bubble around you. I was like, see, I was like, I did it with my mind's eye, with my eyes open, just so I could show you could do it like that. But you can kind of see it looked like I disassociated a little bit, but that's what it takes. So putting that shield, and I felt the shift in the energy of the room. So this is also something that I need to, this is a remembrance. Like, hey, you may not always have, your Palo Santo, your sage, your mist, your oils, even though I try to stay strapped. Okay. But what you always have is sound mind. Okay. So if things get hectic, know that you have control over your mind. Okay. Um, you might have to, hey. Some people have multiple voices in their mind. Okay. I know not all people do. I'm clear audience, so I definitely have a lot going on in my mind. I am my big three has double air and water. So I'm very in tune with when it comes to the element of air, the mind. So sometimes you have to say, this isn't me. I don't receive that and let it go. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I don't want to be on here too long. Um or at least on the reading portion. I might still hang out, play some music and vibe because I am still working on some stuff. Being a business owner and branching out and doing your own thing is it's so many different components, so many moving parts all the time, and then wanting to balance life on top of that. Okay. For those who don't know, I'm single. I don't have any children. I am a cat mom. Okay. However, I'm saying that to commend. We're approaching Mother's Day, so shout out to all my mothers, my mothers. Mercy. I go to these events, and these women have beautiful businesses, thriving businesses, and have children, newborns, toddlers, teenagers. I know teenagers can be a headache too. Now it's just like, wow. I commend y'all because on top of having your business, having a family, maybe also having another job on top of that, because hey, we got to make it work, do what it do. That is a lot. Okay. And not knocking for people who don't have children. Okay. Because I'm not saying like, oh, I shouldn't be complaining, because I mean, it is a lot. I'm at this point in my life, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to not have children, and that's no shade to people who do have children. This is my truth. Okay. Just from my life experiences and things like that, like the people I could have had children with, I'm glad I had no children, I had no little picnic running around. And then just me have to take care of it? No, no. Mm-mm. So I'm thankful. Okay. I am thankful. But I commend, like, because I know what it takes. And especially to have a focused mind, a sound mind, to stay on track, doing that just by myself, thinking about other people that have um, more people around them, more, not saying they're distractions, but they can get you off course, and you constantly have to adjust and prioritize. That's a lot. So shout out to the business owners, the entrepreneurs. Shout out to the mothers. Okay, because yeah, and y'all be doing it. Y'all be doing it. Y'all give me inspiration and hope too. Okay. I'm like, because a business is a baby. Business is a baby too, on top of that. So let's see. We're gonna get into the Work Your Light Oracle. Okay. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Spirit is like, don't worry. Don't worry about these challenges. Don't worry about these obstacles. You've been training for this for lifetime. This is your time. Don't be afraid now. Don't be afraid now. Keep going. Step up. You said you wanted this. It's here. It's transforming. Don't you see it unfolding in real time? I talked about getting grounded. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Okay, so that is a reminder, and I'm gonna take this one too. I'm gonna read that in a second. Especially when you feel uneasy, especially with the mind, tapping in with nature is going to be beneficial. I have this lake trail by my house that I go to from time to time. I haven't been in a minute, maybe a couple of weeks, because it's been raining and sometimes it gets flooded. And yeah, so I have a stepper here at the house. So I've been really focused on getting my steps in during the day so I can still work on my stuff and then go to the gym. But I haven't had that time with nature like I really want to. So that is also a reminder for me. I am also a part of the collective. But get out in nature when you can, okay? Now, for those, say if wherever you're seeing this, whenever you're seeing this, because this is going to be on a replay on my YouTube channel, Mystic Storm, okay? Say it's the dead of winter, and you like, baby, I ain't going outside, right? Our mind is powerful, okay? How can you tap into nature? How can you ground yourself and visualize? Visualization is a form of meditation. Okay. So like when I said that, baby, I'm at a beach. I'm thinking about a beach, white sands. I'm seeing the dolphins. Yeah, like all that. How can you connect to it and feel that in your body and ground into it? Or you might be in the middle of a forest like this person. I know y'all can't really see. I know y'all can't see. I know I'm putting it up. But yeah, it can be in a forest. So don't I think this could be a breakthrough of realizing what your mind can do. Realizing what your mind can do. Okay. And then we got priestess. Priestess. So how are you being called to step up and lead? Okay. We got some priestesses in here, some priests, some spiritual leaders, or just leaders in general in whatever industry field you're in. How are you being how are you being called to lead and step up and say, hey, this doesn't have to be for no big crowd or community. How are you being called to step up and lead for yourself? How about that one? How are you being called to step up and lead for yourself? How can you have authority over your life and have your self-love be the inspiration for other people? Okay? That's something to think about. Okay. I guess it's just an oracle kind of day. I'm not really feeling drawn to do any tarot or anything. Let me see. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank you, Neek. I see you. Ra was in here. Thank you, Ra, for blocking homegirl, because I had no clue what was going on there. But we're going to get into the whispers of the ocean, especially since, that's where my mind took me. Took me to the ocean with the dolphins. And yeah, y'all might be water spirits. Okay, y'all might have water spirits around y'all. And you don't have to be just a water sign, or have water in your sun sign to be considered a water spirit. Just to let you know, like, for example, I'm an Aquarius sun, which that's air, but also the water bearer. So I am technically, water spirit, but I'm also a Pisces moon. So hella water. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I love to see it. I love to see it. We have gentle moderation, which what we talked about in the beginning when it came to we're technically in a Libra moon as I'm filming this, so having balance and having not overindulging and things like that. How can you have those boundaries and have the moderation, right? So it says, take your time. Pressure from others or yourself can be released by renegotiating what you are trying to accomplish. Ashe, Ashe. And man, that ties into like the current energy right now. Cause like I said, I thought I said this in the beginning. I was overwhelmed this morning because, or at least I was explaining the energy and not saying it like I too, right? So it's a lot going on. Like I did kind of explain that with the business owner thing, right? I did. So it was so many things, so many thoughts in my mind, like, okay, I have to do this, I have to get this ready. And if I have to get this ready, then I can't do this until this time. Just reorganizing, restructuring, but then also feeling overwhelmed, like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do. So I took my time, I grounded myself. Also other thoughts creeped in. I was like, that's not like saying it's not worth my time, but I reprogrammed it by shifting the narrative every time it came up. Like, okay, I'm having this thought, but don't you remember who you are? Yeah, yeah, right. And then it says pressure from others or yourself can be released by renegotiating what you are trying to accomplish. So that's what I did today. I renegotiated. I was like, okay, what's important? What needs to be done right now that will give me success for the next couple of days? What has higher rank in all the things that I have to do? Right now, for example, I wanted to do a retwist this weekend. Even though I'm getting good with the laying out my hair. You said it, baby. I'm trying. I ain't trying. I'm doing it. Okay, but with what I have going on, I cannot do my retwist. It's just not. It's not happening. It's not happening. So I reprioritized, renegotiated. I'm gonna do it next week, hopefully. God is willing. All right, but and then I was able to ground myself. I wrote some things. I don't even know where my little. Oh, okay. I was like, okay, what are the top things that's that I need to get done, and started writing. Because right now I still have stuff on my Notion, but I needed pen to paper. I just needed it quick, right? But then I also had to be like, um, okay, I need to get this done, but what are the little tasks in between that? Okay, I'm neurodivergent, so this maybe can help some of y'all too, but just to say, like, I really have to know like the step by step stuff because time blindness, and that's why I think things could sneak up on me because I'm like, I don't know, I gotta get this done and that and that and that. So as for example, while we're talking about it, I did my full moon reading special. Okay, it's dropping tomorrow, but it is on my website now. So if you want to go ahead and book, you can, because because the offer is from May 9th through the 13th, so the day after the Scorpio full moon. Okay, so I have a full moon reading special going on for $44 if you want to grab that, because that's the lowest price on my shop for reading. So I would take advantage of it for the few days that it's up. Okay. But yeah, I had worked on that. I do daily astrology forecasts. For those who don't know, If you are following me, make sure you probably seen it, or if you're subscribed to my channel. I post daily astrology forecasts, so have to do that too on top of scheduling content. But then it's like you have to weigh out what is important, what do you need to get, what needs to get done first. So the full moon reading special was first, right? I also am prepping for, I have an event on Monday for the full moon. It's called the Wicked Market here in Nashville, if you're in the Nashville area. And yeah, just getting my products together. I'm making some more oils. Okay. I want to get to make some more bath salts. That's why I was like, I have to structure out my time for this weekend the best of my abilities, on top of having a life and, you know, trying to see friends and also be seen, because I can be okay with just staying home and, you know, chilling. I'm a hermit at heart. Okay. So, just, yeah. So talking about just my experience with the gentle moderation, how to renegotiate to get things done while still having this calmness over me. Slowly but surely getting ahead with the turtle. That's our spirit animal for this current energy. The tortoise. Okay. The spirit animal is the tortoise. Okay. Take things one step at a time. Easy does it. All right. If it gets overwhelming, how can you relieve some pressure? What's really important? How can you prioritize? How can you find harmony in the midst of it all, amidst the chaos? Okay. So yeah. Okay, look, yeah, I'm gonna take this one. It says adrift in shallow water. So when it says shallow water, I'm also thinking about like your breath. Like you getting that anxiety, like I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. It's like it says take a few deep breaths and reconnect to your inner peace. Notice the small things and appreciate them. Also tap into the gratitude. Tap into the gratitude. Okay. So take a few deep breaths. Y'all should take a few deep breaths now, okay? Take a few with me. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And I'll do one more since. Go ahead. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful, beautiful. So one more from this deck. We have persistent drive. Okay. Persistent drive. It says, see what you desire and move towards that goal. It's time to zero in on your purpose. Use your intuition and instincts to guide you for the optimal outcome. Okay. So going back to the three initial cards that we had from the beginning. All right. $6 meal deal. Get a medium coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese, and 6 delicious hash browns. Only at Dunkin'. Okay. So going back to the three initial cards that we did from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Could we have persistent drive here? It says use your intuition and instincts to guide you for the optimal outcome. The optimum outcome is to whatever you're wanting to manifest, for it to blossom, for it to bloom, for it to flourish, right? This could definitely pertain to your career, right? But in order to do that, you have to practice self-love on a daily basis and also have boundaries with, yes, people, but also yourself, by having mindfulness to know what you're going to entertain and what you're not with your thoughts. because your thoughts could be blocking you from your overall success, from your happiness, from your joy, and that could put a damper on all the things that you have to do. Yes, it can get overwhelming. Yes, it can get tiring. Yes, it can get frustrating, but take it slow. Take it one step at a time. Again, with the tortoise. We got the tortoise here, and then we got the turtle right here, which this one was take a few deep breaths and connect to your inner peace. Notice the small things and appreciate them. Tap into gratitude, tapping into what you do have, what you can control, because you can only control you. So how can you give yourself grace and love and nurturance so that way you can continue on this path because you have a purpose to fulfill. Okay? Because we have priestess. Where are you being called, or what are you being called to step up and lead in? You are a leader. This could be in your home. This can be in your community. This could be on a global level. Okay? How are you being called to step up and lead? But it all begins with you. It's not to say that you have to put everybody else before you. That is not the case. That is the complete opposite thing to do. You should put yourself before other people, because if your cup isn't filled, how can you help? How can you be of service? And you owe it to yourself to not waste your vital life force energy, your vital essence, on worrying about things you can't control, worrying about people that aren't even main characters in your life. They fucking extras. Trying to get a role, trying to keep impeding on your energy. Let it go. And that might have to be a constant thing. Again, especially if you're neurodivergent or you constantly are in thought, that's going to keep coming up over and over. You have to keep reminding yourself who you are and who you're about and what you're not going to entertain. Because again, your thoughts aren't you. Your thoughts aren't you. Okay? And when it ties into, yes, there's obstacles when it comes to your purpose, what you're trying to manifest and bring down to the physical. Yes, it can be frustrating, but you've been training for this for lifetimes. The age of light. If you've been training for this for lifetimes, can you believe in yourself to continue to show up? Can you believe in yourself that when doubt creeps in, that this is just showing you that, hey, success is around the corner. Hey, I'm built for this. Hey, I might need some extra help. And that's okay too. So we had Owl. Good advice from a wise friend. Hey, maybe you need a sounding board. Somebody to bounce some ideas off of. Hey, maybe you need to speak up on, asking for help, because hyper independence is a trauma response. Yes, it is. All right, spirit. I'm like, all right. So, yeah, all I had to say, when things get tough and when your mind gets tight and gets overwhelmed, right? Just know that it's a split second where you can choose to drown in those thoughts, or know that you can float, to let go and float. Stop trying to struggle through it. Stop trying to think in circles. How can you just float? How can you accept what is? How can you accept what is, see what's in front of you, prioritize, and keep moving? Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Ashe. Thank you, Jasmine, for the hand heart. I appreciate you. Let's see. I think I'm touching this thing. My bad, y'all. I hope y'all can hear me well. I'm probably gonna wrap up in a few. I'm being called to pull from the Starseed Oracle. Again, y'all already posted, so y'all get the sneak peek who's on here live, that I already have my full moon reading special available on my website, msbotanica.com. If you want to take advantage of that, okay. I have the mini full moon reading for the $44. If you want the full reading, I think it's $77. And then you can have a reading plus a custom candle for $99 if you want to do that. Okay. So we're going to get into the Starseed Oracle. I'm interested to what this one says. What's going to come out, Spirit? What do we need to know? What do we need to know, Spirit? Thank you. Star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, and activation. So the light body is what's getting me, because we got the age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Light body. Also, yes, it's talking about like light beam, but I'm also thinking about the lightness energetically of your body. How I said, you can, instead of drowning, letting go and just floating. Light body. Then we got crystal grid, transmission, activation. I'm hearing you are being activated to a higher dimension, to a higher realm. So when we talk about like dimension, maybe you're operating in 3D. Now you're more tapped into the 5D, and you're making quantum leaps and shifting timelines to the point where now you feel more lighter, more free, more at ease. It didn't say that it was always going to be like that. There's always time for that's overwhelming, but know that you're being the activation process is probably why you're having these tensions, or why you're getting overwhelmed or frustrated, because now you know what it takes to get to that next level. And it's not to put a whole lot of pressure on you. It's more so just to prepare you for what's next and to see if you can handle it, right? Lost lands. I'm going to take this one too. But it says, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You've done this before. Your soul memories and gifts. With the priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? This isn't your first rodeo. You've done this before in many lifetimes on different planets. Okay? Because not everybody is strictly from this planet. Okay? You're navigating this realm differently, or you have to navigate this realm so things are a little different. But you've been training for this. You know how to do this. Your soul remembers. How can you tap into that soul remembrance? Okay. Know that you're being guided and you'll be taken care of, because you're here for a purpose. I don't want to get into that. Uprooting karmic cycles could be something. All right. No, I'm sorry. Look, y'all can tell I didn't really want to go there. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting karmic debt, generational traumas, generational curses and patterns unhealthy patterns, uprooting those. This is root work, right? That's the root work in mind, mental, in the psyche. This is letting go of shame. How can you free yourself? How can you lighten your body? Letting go of shame. And shame is actually, it it lives in the root chakra. How can you release shame? Ashe. Ashe. All right. And it's funny how I said different planets, and yeah, that's the last card from this, so I'm gonna take it. From different planets, and this might be your first time here on Earth, on this planet. We got Earth School. It says life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. You know, this is just, you've done this before, probably on different planes, different timelines, and now it's just, now you have to navigate doing it on Earth. And yeah, it comes with its challenges, but don't let the outside forces or even your own mind block you from your success, because you are built to continue to ascend and be greater. Okay. Ashe. All right, y'all. This was nice. This was nice. I don't know why it's still playing, but it's on mute. I didn't touch anything. I don't know how that happened. But we're gonna close out. Thank y'all all for tuning in. Again, make sure y'all follow me, Mystic Storm 333. Y'all seeing this on the replay on my YouTube channel, Mystic Storm. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You know, hey, wherever you at, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Mystic Storm, okay? You can type in Mystic Storm 333 as well. All right, we're going to get into the final message. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Ancestors. Thank you, Guides. Let's tap in. Final message for the collective. Spirit is here. My microphone just moved. Okay, we're getting a little paranormal activity going on here, but I mean, the spirits are here. The ancestors are here. Thank you. All right. We got relationship. Okay. It says, I call in the infinite power of love to take over this union in every way. May it now fully belong to the divine. Let it unfold in the perfect way for each of us. I needn't I needn't fear letting go of control. My needs are always abundantly met. Okay, this isn't just romantic relationships, y'all. Relationships with friends, colleagues, people within the community, relationship with yourself. Okay, this could be I want to say more so with people. I'm not getting like substances and stuff, but we do have relationships with everything. It doesn't have to be just living things, even though I guess food could be living or not, but then we can get into processed foods. We ain't going all the way. We ain't going all the way deep in there. We ain't doing it. Okay. But yeah. I'm gonna do this one too, because it says self-love, and we had self-love from the beginning and then the end. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna do the self-love one. Let's see. It says, show me how to love myself. Show me how to take care of the inner child. Show me how to be kind within. When you step into self-forgiveness, so much can change on the outside. Forgiving yourself, releasing that shame, releasing that baggage so you can float. Ashe. Ashe. All right, y'all. It's been real. It's been real and much needed. Much needed. So I'm about to, and I'm closing out at 123, and I started at 1234 at 1234. I love that. I really do. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one, and much love. Peace.